my name is Bex. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be cooking a tomato, basil and mozzarella lunch. We'll see, I don't know what to call it yet, but it's going to be delicious. Okay, so we're going to start with the tomatoes. For this, I have just used whole tomatoes. And there's 20 tomatoes. I've already pre-washed all of my food here today. And we're going to cut them into quarters. Like that. And lucky last. And lucky last. Lucky last. Lucky last. We're also going to have broccolini. There's 10 pieces, so it would be around two for each day. Yeah, I'm still skeptical of these, if they really are broccolini or if these are just the bits that grew off out of the broccoli. They look pretty big to be broccolini. To have the tomatoes on now and have them cooking away, and we're going to put in 1 tablespoon of oil and about 25 grams of butter. We'll also put in some salt. Unfortunately, I've just realized that I'm running out, but we'll put a good bit of salt in. That's perfect. And pepper, we'll do the same for the pepper. Oh. There it is. We will just have that on a low heat so we don't burn the butter. Okay, so I'm going to do 3 cloves of garlic. Crush them in here. And pop them into that butter and oil mixture. There we go. So, garlic, butter, oil, and I will put the tomatoes in with that. Now I'll have that on a medium heat and just let it sit there with a lid on. While I prep all of the other veggies. I like to kind of taste how spicy the chili is, so then I will know how much to put in. It's a little bit spicy, but it's not too spicy. I find that these green ones are usually a little bit more spicy. And it is. can pop all of that in. So again, if you don't like chili, don't put in so much chili. I guess that kind of makes sense. But I'm going to put in 2 red chilies and 1 green chili. There we go. I'm going to put in 2 capsicums. Yum. I will give them a wash because capsicum seeds are quite bitter, so we don't really want any of the capsicum seeds going in. I'm going to turn that down a bit. I can hear it bubbling away to a low heat. I've turned it down to. I'm cutting them fairly big. Of course, you can do them smaller. In with the tomatoes, we're going to put in some lime juice and some lemon juice. We're going to go half a lime and half a lemon for now. Depending on how juicy your lemons and limes are, this one is not very juicy, so I might put in more. That's a bit better. There's no seeds coming out, but there will be for the lemon. The lemon's good. It's very juicy. So we can turn that up to a medium heat and keep prepping. About 40 grams of basil. After I take it off the stems. Here we go. Smells so good. And I'm just going to roughly chop it. So you don't want to chop it too much. I'm going to pop that in with the tomatoes just on the top. I'm not going to bother mixing them in. I'm going to put in some chives. I'm just going to finely chop the chives. And the chives can go in with the capsicum. So here is 600 grams of mozzarella, which I'm going to chop around about this size. Now, mozzarella I think is a good cheese because it's high in fat, high in protein, but it's really low in carbs. Here we go, I've collected all those seeds in there in my hand. I think one cheeky one fell through. Okay, so I've just taken the lid off and this smells amazing. The garlic and the butter and the basil, it just smells amazing. Okay, here we go. Yum. Here we go. Yum. Now, see how soft they're not completely soft, and some of them are even still hard. The ones that were on top are quite hard still, but that's okay. We want to reduce this a little. We don't want it to be so liquidy. I'm gonna add in the capsicum and chili. So we've got this going here. It's on a relatively high heat. I've got it on 7 and the highest is 10. So at the moment it's on a relatively high heat. With this, you've got to be careful to keep stirring it a little bit just so it doesn't burn. I definitely like to taste it along the way and see how it's tasting, how spicy it is. Because if you just wait till the end and then you realize this could be more spicy and it's hardly spicy at all, then you can't really put in a whole raw chili in with all your cooked chilies. I'm actually going to taste some of that sauce. But that's actually exactly what's happened. For me, it's not spicy enough and I would like another chili. There we go, and pop it into the middle where it seems to be bubbling the most. So now I am going to put in the broccolini and asparagus, as I don't really like to, these ones need to have the ends chopped off. So here we go, as I like to keep my broccoli a little bit raw. So if you like your broccolini cooked more, cook it more, but I don't. Now, I like to cut the ends off my asparagus, and if you can see, I like to feel that they feel wet. If they feel dry, cut a little bit more off. And we're just going to sit those there. See here how it's all woody and dry? Now that's going to taste woody and dry. So you want to take that bit off. Oh, look at this one! It's so big compared to like the normal ones. Ready? Oh, look, it is big. There we go. Doesn't fit perfectly, but that's okay. Okay. Here we go. You can see they're kind of starting to soften up a bit. And the broccoli is as well. We'll give it another mix. So I have already washed this spinach. There's around 500 grams of spinach in here. Now, I don't think that I will use it all. Probably use... There we go. and put the lid on. And these are pretty well cooked. Still a tiny bit hard, but that's good. Yep. Quick suggestion for this leftover spinach: chuck it in a smoothie with banana, some peanut butter, some coconut milk, some almond milk, and a little bit of honey, and that is delicious. Even throw an avocado in there. Delicious. Okay. We're good. Let me grab out this. Cheese is actually one of my favorite foods. I love it. So when I found out that mozzarella was really low in carbs, I was like, perfect. Mix this in so we can melt that mozzarella a little bit. And since this is going to be my meal prep for lunch, I'm not going to cook it anymore. Because when I reheat this meal at work, that mozzarella will melt anyway. Okay, thanks for watching. So you can portion this up into 6 serves. I'm going to eat 1 serve for lunch today and then have 5 serves for lunch for the rest of the week. If you guys enjoyed this recipe, hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't already and you're new to this page, hit the subscribe button to get more cool recipes like this and other great content from me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks.